I known I was going to go undefeated because I'm playing on Hall of Fame, I would have recorded from game 1. But I got to get it on tape now at 32-0. We're going to start it because, as Vin Diesel used to say in Triple X, if it ain't on film, it didn't happen.
Sit down.
Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's the Denver Nuggets and the defending NBA champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. The news here, Jokic injured and unable to play.
Yeah, Kevin, you could tell when he went down in that last game, it just didn't look good. And now that news just kind of confirms our worst fears. He's going to have to watch from the sideline, and really, the timetable's still in doubt.
Yeah. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, "I never thought about it until I hurt my back." Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, "I realized that I like that side of the game." Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game, Kevin. You know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mike? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Conley out there with Gary Harris. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Lyles in at the power forward position.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Pass to Plumlee. Over Towns. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Denver shooting their first free throws of the night. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Chapman. comes with the double team. Well, and the three ball is good.
And Wells knows how to drop it in from deep. Whenever he has a clean look from downtown, he's going to get it up immediately.
Conley with the screen. Conley dishes to Chandler. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Towns with the steal. Here's Chapman. Last time out he had 44 points. Dishes it to Wells. And a miss there on the triple. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's the pick. Here's Chandler. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Ball with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Wells with it. Picked up by Harris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Chapman. That's good.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
Now here's Conley. He's tightly guarded. Makes it off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Lakers trail. Ball kicks to Towns. To the middle. Here's Lopez. Good, it is. This goes to Towns. Lopez has got his first bucket in this one.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Chandler down low. Covered by Chapman. Chandler, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Wells. They set the screen. Conley with the screen. Off the screen. By Conley again. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and coming off that pick there, Conley able to get to his sweet spot and convert.
Now, here's Ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Chandler. To the left side wing. Conley, the pass to Plumlee. With some art. That's tipped.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Kicks it to Towns. To the wing on the left. Here's Chapman. He's guarded by Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Lopez gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Nuggets trail by 5. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow-through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Chandler. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Chandler's got his second basket. Chapman the pass to Ball. Towns in the corner. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on, how are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
Here's Chapman. Towns a screen on Chandler. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Ball. Hands it from downtown. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Conley dishes to Plumlee. Back to Conley. Passes it to Lyles. And it's sent back by Lopez. And here is Wells. Really played well against Phoenix in his last out. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Oh, he had plenty of space to square up and take that easy shot, but I don't understand why he faded away there.
Conley with the screen. Conley with it. Now guarded by Ball. Outside Chandler. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Wilson Chandler.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Wells in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 5. Outside Conley. The feed now to Harris. On the wing, Chandler. Jumper off the screen, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Randall's checked in for Towns. Nance comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Jackson in for Wells. The Nuggets also changing it up. Juan Hernangomez, who's checked in for Trey Lyles. Malik Beasley comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Jamal Murray in for Harris. Murray kicks to Hernangomez. A shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Hernangomez has got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't tee him up on the perimeter.
Here's Chapman, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating the whole game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
Here's Payne. Yep, it counts. Payne's got his first bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson passes to Randall. Back to Jackson. Picked by Randall. Jackson kicks to Nance. Here's Randall. The teardrop falls in. Randall's got his first bucket in this one.
Great presence inside the paint area. This is where Randall's most effective.
There's the pick. Payne in the post. Jackson up. Beasley with a clean look. And again, Denver with the triple.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. Then, of course, guys are finishing.
Out left to the wing. Here's Chapman, over by Beasley. Chapman's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Payne kicks to Anderson. Here's Hernangomez, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. generally you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Beasley up top, defended by Chapman. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempt. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. So on the floor for Denver, Wilson Chandler out there with Lyons. Then it's Conley, then it's Gary Harris, and it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. The Nuggets trail by 4. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Suns was superb. He ended up with 44 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Evan?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
He got them on the ropes. He never let them off the hook. It was full speed energy basketball at its greatest.
Plumlee with the screen. Denver needs to get off the shot. And here's Chandler from the arc. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's the dish to Lopez. Ball, the pass to Lopez. He feeds it to Ball. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
You look at the captain, and it doesn't look like he'll make it into the field this year. It's still an honor to see your name up there among all those other great players.
Yeah, look, no doubt he's one of the more exciting players in our league, and maybe next year he'll pull in a few more votes.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
He kicks the ball. Towns sets the pick for Ball. Elbow shot is on the way. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Here's Lopez, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over it. And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
That's good from Lopez. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for defense.
When you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature, and then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there run that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post, you just have to love it. And then that's the Cooper, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and skill set makes him fun to watch as well. Very slack defender, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
And the pass to Chapman. He dishes it to Wells. Second chance effort. Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Harris outside. Feeds it to Chandler. Towns with the steal. Here's Chapman. He's guarded by Chandler. Wells in the corner. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all.
Harris outside. Fires for 3. And another miss by Denver.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ball no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. Chandler with the ball. Now defended by Chapman. Chandler kicks to Conley. There's the pick. Here's Plumlee. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Well, they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Ball. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Lakers.
And their offense centered around a 3-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
Now here's Chandler. He is guarded by Chapman. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% for the game. Ball with it. Lopez a screen. Now here's Ball. Over by Conley. 5 to shoot. Lopez sends a screen for Ball. And again, no good by the Lakers.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Miles kicks to Harris. Plumlee against Towns. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor, leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
So while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort.
Here's the screen. Chandler right side. Isles. Chandler goes up again. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there were foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. First one falls.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly lined so far here in the second quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Towns. Nance comes in for Brook Lopez. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Wells. And it's Jackson in for Ball. Here's Chapman. 10 points for him. Out to Nance. Outside Jackson. From 17 feet out. They get it again. Here's Chapman. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the Denver Nuggets get called for the foul. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. The Nuggets making a switch here. Both free throws good from Chapman.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Payne. He started close. Pass to Beasley. That will count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, you got some scoring going in that first half. What did you take advantage of?
I'm just finding spots. I'm not chasing it, letting it come to me. Just using what my teammates give me.
Productive half so far, Karl Anthony. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Quarter about ready to get underway. Without a question, Wilson Chandler displaying his skills today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
They've got Towns, a captain out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Ball, and it's Wells in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Los Angeles leading by 7. Lets it go from deep. Plumlee with the rebound.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Down the kicks to Lyles. Pass to Chandler. Dishes it to Harris. Wells with the steal. Passes it to Chapman. Towns, a screen on Chandler. Here's Chapman and the powerful one-handed slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Harris passes it to Lyles. Yes, that goes in. Lyles got 6.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out, give up that.
And the ball goes out of bounds. That's by Plumlee.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Harris. Putting up about 14 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Yeah, easy call.
For Los Angeles, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. It's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have a record from going from worst to that best improvement. And I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take them everywhere with me. I would take these guys to the club, to the church, to a restaurant, to wait outside the bathroom, everywhere I went that summer. I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is can you get that in game time atmosphere. You really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust. Because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that. That's probably one of the toughest things I got to get better at shooting free throws because the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. In third, the Lakers.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And the rejection by Towns.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot by Wells, no good.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the league.
Chandler kicks to Harris. The feed to Conley. There's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. For Denver, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts. 81%.
Ball, the pass to Chapman. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Conley kicks to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. The dish to Chandler. No one near Conley as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Los Angeles leading by 12. Wells wide open. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Outside Conley. And that one, good. Conley's got 6 points.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Towns, the pass to Chapman. Good, it is. This goes to Towns. 18 points for the captain.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Outside Conley, kicks to Plumlee. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Lakers leading by 13. Now, here's Ball. Here's Chapman. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Outside Conley. He feeds it to Harris. And there's the pass to Lyles. Towns comes with a double team. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Chandler. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Chandler's got 5 points now in the quarter. Ball dishes to Wells. Towns, a screen on Chandler. Jacks up a 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Last time they met was in Denver.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
It was all the things we always talk about. I mean, blocking out, giving the extra effort, basic stuff that they were just unwilling to do. And they got killed for it.
Adrian Payne's checked in for Los Angeles. Big group substitution here for Denver. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Hernan Gomez comes in for Lyles. Beasley's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Jamal Murray in for Harris. Beasley for 3. Doesn't go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of the center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
Wells' shot is good.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And you talk about the versatility of Ingram. What position, Chris, do you think he's best fit for? Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Dorian Harris in the backcourt. Plumlee out there with Lyles. And it's Chandler in at the 3 slot. Here's Chapman. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Murray kicks to Lyles. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
And Lopez gets it to go.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Plumlee, the pass to Chandler. 4 on the clock. Doubled by Chapman. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Lyles. Lopez with the block. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Conley's checked in. Nuggets are gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Lyles kicks to Conley. Plumlee with the screen. Conley dishes to Harris. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. You got to come check out.
Towns, the screen. Ball kicks to Towns. Takes the 13-footer, hits the front of the rim and out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Now Conley. Harris outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Here's Chapman. Bangs it home with one hand.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Denver calls timeout.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump, and you could just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
They double team Conley. And every player out there has a story about falling in love with the game. Chris, when did you fall in love with basketball? What was it like playing basketball as a kid?
Wow, it's so hard to remember when you first fall in love with basketball. There's so many great...
Come in.
Mom.
Hello. 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 Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Here.
great moments and great stories that you hear, but probably playing on the playground and seeing all the guys laughing and hearing the music and hearing the guys say check up the next game and smelling the sweat and seeing guys play physical. That's probably what it was. And then being able to play at a great gym called St. Cecilia in Detroit and then watch all the other players that played before us come in, Isaiah's, Magic Johnson, Spencer Haywood, Terry Durant. I mean, you get to watch these guys play. Derek Coleman, Steve Smith. I could go on all day. Mark Makins, Terry Mills. I could just keep going. It was so fun watching these guys play. So to me, I fell in love with it as a kid. But every instance, every memory that I have made me fall in love with it that much more. How can you not fall in love with the greatest game ever played?
Well said. Here's Chapman. He's guarded by Chandler. Ball, the pass to Wells. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wells has got 14 points now in the second half.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
Plumlee sets the pick for Harris. From deep. Another miss by Conley.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Chapman, the pass to Towns. Over Plumlee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
And Towns drops them both.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Here's Conley, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Los Angeles with some changes. Adrian Payne's checked in for Lopez. David Mwaba comes in for Wells. And it's Jackson in for Ball. Both free throws good from Chapman. And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great players. But we've heard others say the league is watered down. How do you do that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare errors. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them and debate them, but, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. There's different errors, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player there. So I think times, errors, the physical play of the 80s, of the 90s, I just know that players were handling different hand checking, the way that we call flagrant one fouls. It's a different league, and so I just choose to celebrate the players that we have now. They're the evolution in my mind. They're kind of the culmination of all the players that have come before them. So I just enjoy the game the way it is now.
Conley kicks to Ennis. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, Kev, I'm not sure if it's because he's shooting on the opposite side of the floor this half, but he just can't buy a bucket.
Here's Chapman, guarded by Harris. Jackson dishes to Towns. Outside for Jackson.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Jackson at the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. Going back to your playing days, Chris. You were drafted by the Magic, but traded on draft day to the Golden State Warriors. If you had suited up for the Magic alongside Shaquille O'Neal, that would have been something.
Oh yeah, I would have tried to. I think I would have been the first Westbrook. That was my goal. If I was playing with Big Shaq, just do your job, and I would have averaged a triple-double easily. I would have averaged a triple-double. When you look at Dennis Scott, that would have been on the corner. Big Shaq up top, in that pick and roll right there. You're gonna have to guard me or him, and I didn't mind throwing it up to a big fella. I love seeing people dunk alley-oop, so that would have been fun. I would have tried to have Shaq break a backboard every single night. But hey, can't go back in time, man.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Ennis passes to Davis. Shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Really left alone that time. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Payne kicks to Adrian. Davis sets a screen. Looking to end the drought. Hands it from downtown.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Wells dishes to Jackson. Payne passes to Jackson. Towns sets the pick for Jackson. Pass to Chapman. Kicks to Payne. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-7 run. There's a good screen on the wing. Nance. Pass to Chapman. You look back on the last 5 off seasons or so, Chris, and there are usually huge names that change teams. LeBron, Durant, the first names that come to mind. As you went through the free agency process, how much of an influence did your agent or any sponsorships play in your role in that decision in picking your new team?
Yeah, I think every relationship with the player and their agent is different. For me, I wanted to go back to the place that I felt that was loyal to me. I wanted to go back to Sacramento because there had never been a small market team. I felt a really small market team that won a championship. And I saw Karl Malone try for all of those years. I saw Stockton try for all those years. Reggie try for all those years. And so I really wanted to be one of the first to kind of bring that back to the city. So my agent, my shoe company, no one could have said anything to take me away from that. That was a personal mission that I want, and I knew what I was dealing with at that time. But I think for other guys, it's different. Some guys, you know, want more commercials. They like to be in a bigger market. Some guys don't want that, and they're happy at staying under the radar like a Tim Duncan as long as he's winning. So I think for every guy is different, and I really believe that you have to make that decision for yourself and your family first, because if you do that, then the fans wherever you go will be much happier because you want to be there. You're not just buying time there.
Feeds it to Payne. He kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 5. Over Harris. They get the rebound. Here's Chapman. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And here's Payne. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. With it, and so it's the Lakers taking care of business here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. They had that lead and it was comfortable. They were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Another double-double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
Well, you know, I try and come out and help the team get a win whenever I can. I know we're at our best when I'm cleaning up missed shots and, you know, finishing plays. And it's all about getting wins. And if a double-double is what it takes, then, you know, that's what I'll give to the team.
Well, it's what it took tonight. Congrats on the win. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.